Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to AS Tutor Point. Today we learn environmental education includes natural resources, biodiversity, conservation, educational policies, media and awareness. So we'll go through biodiversity. So the definition is biodiversity refers to the variety of life on earth. Every living thing from humans to microbes, fungi, invertebrates and rare endangered species. Three types are species diversity, variety of species, genetic diversity that is genes in plants, animals and microorganisms, ecosystem diversity, all different habitats that is deserts, forests, reefs, wetlands. Key facts. Biodiversity equals to biological plus diversity. It includes communities that species form and the habitats in which they live. Second is importance of biodiversity. Provisioning services, food, water, timber, fiber and genetic resources. Regulating services, regulation of climate, floods, disease, water quality. Cultural services, recreation, aesthetic enjoyment, spiritual fulfillment. Supporting services, soil formation, pollination, nutrient cycling. Medical value, vast majority of medicines come from natural biodiversity. Economic value, industries, livelihood and economies depend on biodiversity. We'll go through biodiversity conservation. There are three main objectives: to preserve the diversity of species, to maintain life supporting system and ecological processes, to sustainable utilization of species and ecosystem. Threats of biodiversity: habitat loss, pollution, climate change, overexploitation, hunting, disease. Steps by Indian government. Signatory to several major international conventions: Wildlife Protection Act 1972, 39 tiger reserves covering 0.38 lakh square meter, various projects that is tiger, elephant, gir lion, rhino, crocodile, sea turtle, project dolphin. Centrally sponsored scheme on integrated wildlife habitat development. Next is wildlife conservation projects in India. Project Tiger, launched 1st April 1973 by WWF. 39 tiger reserves ensures maintenance of viable tiger population in India. Project Elephant, launched 1991 to 1992 in 17 states, assist states for long-term survival of elephants in natural habitat. Gir Lion Project, only surviving habitat of ancient lion, Gir forest covers 258.71 square kilometer, Saurashtra Peninsula, Gujarat. Rhino Conservation, centrally sponsored scheme introduced in 1987, continued for effective and intensive management of rhino habitat in Assam. Crocodile Conservation, main objective: protect crocodiles and their habitat, promote captive breeding, establish sanctuaries throughout India. Sea turtle projects, launched by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in collaboration with UNDP 1999. Olive Ridley turtle visit India in winter. We'll go to the threats of natural resources. Dams inundate ecologically important lands, destroying species and livelihoods of millions, loss of biodiversity. Mining, erosion, sinkholes, loss of biodiversity, contamination of soil, groundwater, and surface water. Carbon emissions impact human health. Thermal power, huge capital investment but also harm nature. SPM and PSPM, disperse over 25 km radius, respiratory elements in humans and animals. Roads and highways, habitat loss and landscape fragmentation, reduce biodiversity and species conservation, environment impact assessment required. In industrialization, biodiversity badly impacted by aggressive economic development lead to rapid extinction of species, inefficient use of natural resources. We'll go through important Indian Acts and Policies. First is Mining and Mineral Development Regulation Act 1957. Second, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals 1960. Third, Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Fourth, Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. Forest Conservation Act 1980. Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981. Biological Diversity Act 2002. Dwellers Act 2006, National Biodiversity Action Plan 2009, and National Biodiversity Policy 2006, National Conservation Strategy and Policy Statement on Environment. Last is National Forest Policy. We'll go through World Environmental Summits. 1972 Stockholm UN Conference on Human Environment adopted Stockholm's Declaration and Plan of Action for Human Preservation and Enhancement of Environment. 1992 Rio de Janeiro 172 governments adopted three major agreements Agenda 21 to guide future approaches to development. Rio Declaration had 27 principles. 2002 Johannesburg World Summits on Sustainable Development established 8 Millennium Development Goals reviewed at high-level meetings 2005, 2008, 2010. 2012 that is Rio Plus 20 UN Conference on Sustainable Development called Rio 20 held in 2012 resulted in document with clear and practical steps for implementation. 2015 New York UN Summit on Sustainable Development gave birth to Agenda 2030 and 70 Sustainable Development Goals. We'll go through approaches to environmental education. First is infusion approach, integrating content and skills into existing courses by analyzing the content of the school curriculum. Environmental concepts are infused from an analysis of specific concepts. Environmental topics dispersed through curriculum, specially designed natural conservancy units. Integrated environmental course has a separate discipline. Second is problem solving. A method to help participants for a given problem involves environmental issues or a problem. Problem identification, problem analysis, plan development, plan implementation, plan evaluation. Develops critical thinking and evaluation skills. We'll go through national education policies. NEP 1968, first NEP under Indira Gandhi government based on Kothari Commission called for national school system, equal education for all regardless of caste, creed, sex. NEP 1986 issues during tenure of Rajiv Gandhi updated in 1992 when P.V. Narasimha Rao was PM. Focused on modernization or role of IT. Accepted autonomy of universities and adult literacy. Added 5 subjects from state to concurrent list. NCF 2005, 4th NCF by NCRT, serves as guideline for syllabus, textbook and teaching practice for schools in India. NCF 2005 arrived at reforms in education system, learner-centric, flexible process, learner autonomy. NEP 2020, approved by Union Cabinet on 29 July 2020, replaces National Policy on Education 1986, comprehensive framework, 4 stages, foundational, preparatory, middle, secondary, aims at making India a global knowledge superpower. Next is role of mass media in environmental education. Print media, newspaper and magazines, still dominant and most influential, can contribute to awareness and play a big role compared to electronic media, 93 languages and dialects across India. Radio, cheap and easily accessible. Delhi FM broadcasts two weekly programs on environment, motivated by Ministry of Environment and Forest. National level news on environmental aspects, most often at regional level. Television, dominates newspaper and radio with 138 minutes per day. Channels like Discovery, National Geography, Animal Planet, Present Wildlife and Environment. TV has educational media can be helpful face-to-face demonstration. Films most impactful audiovisual medium sends subliminal messages while creating atmosphere. Films help grasp a situation quickly, effectively employing evocative nature. Films creates environmental awareness. International and social media. Fastest and easiest medium to create environmental awareness. Tons of information accessible with one search button. Not limited to computers, available on smartphones. Strengthens environmental consciousness. We'll go through ecotourism and local bodies. Ecotourism. Responsible travel to national areas sustaining the natural environment and involves interpretation and education of the local people. Minimizes impact on native people, creates environmental awareness to help people realize the importance of the environment, provides financial and economic benefits for local people, educates local and global travelers, involves communities in conservation. Responsible tourists adopt wild animals by taking financial responsibility. Opt for ecotourism. Stop animal trafficking. Exotic wild animals should never be on sale. Local bodies. Rural panchayats came into existence 1992 73rd Amendment. Strengthen village republics. Panchayats protect unreserved forest and groundwater table. Can prevent and control pollution. Urban municipalities. Water supply, sanitation, solid waste management, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Clean India Mission, launched 2nd October 2014. Eliminate open defecation and improve solid waste management. Last, we'll go through key takeaways of this session. Biodiversity, variety of life, species, genetic and ecosystem diversity all interdependent. India leads wildlife conservation with 39 tiger reserves, project elephant, gill, lion and more. Key Acts: Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Forest Conservation Act 1980, Biological Diversity Act 2002. Global Summits from Stockholm 1972 to New York 2015 set the SDGs framework. EE approaches: infusion, problem solving, interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary. Media plays a vital role in environmental awareness. So, this is it from today's session. Hope you have learned something new. Please like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching. We'll go through another topic in another session. Till then, keep growing and keep learning. Thank you.